Hello, everyone. Welcome to Snap Take. This is Glazer of Snap Judgments, and Sanctum Showdown is back. We've got you covered. It's been a while for Sanctum Showdown. We've got a new ban list. We're going to take you through it. We've got new decks, of course, because there's a new ban list. We've got a reminder about how the mode works. We've got a breakdown of the new card. We've got so much for you. If you're hungry for the new decks, this is the place for you. Welcome to Snap Judgments. So here's what you're going to find. We've got what's Sanctum Showdown, the tips for Sanctum Showdown. We've got the five-ish best decks for the mode. I didn't actually count. A lot of these are from Marvel Snap Zone, but not all of them. And then the hunger. It's deck guide time, baby. Before we do that, though, please hit that sub, like, and comment if you want Marvel Snap content before anyone else gets it to you. If you want the best decks, the best analysis, keep it here on Snap Judgments. In addition, we are giving away five. No, we've given away five. We're giving away five more Zombie Scarlet Witches. If you'd like one, oh no, it's not dinner, it's Sanctum. It's fine. Um, We're giving away five Zombie Scarlet Witches this week. All you got to do is sub, like, and comment. Any video you comment on is a chance to win, so comment on as many as you can. Okay, so what's Sanctum? First, you earn points each turn for the locations you're winning. Just that simple, right? Each location is worth 1 point, except the one marked as the Sanctum, which gets bonus points. Those bonus points can be increased by snapping. Every turn the Sanctum moves, so you have to decide which location to prioritize. Turn 1 and 2 is random 1 point, and then starting on turn 3, you can snap to additional bonus points to the Sanctum location, which starts at 4 points. So, like, winning early is nice, right? But it really matters who wins starting turn 3, where it starts being very multiplicative and the game starts to move fast. So, again, you can get an early lead, which is nice, but the big thing to do is make sure that you're winning turn 3 on. The first player to reach 16 points wins, and there's a maximum of 15 turns, which probably doesn't matter, but can in some pinches. Scrolls enter the mode. They have like an whatever reset. You can keep a max of 12. The winner keeps the scrolls. Ties or losses loses a scroll. And if you run out of scrolls, you have to either buy more with gold or wait the timer out in order to play more of Sanctum Showdown. There are a whole bunch of banned cards, and they fit into a bunch of categories: Clog, Annihilus, Cannonball, Debris, Green Goblin, and Hobgoblin, Viper. Those are all banned because the Clog cards are all basically banned. They don't want you clogging in this mode. If you have to play in locations to get power to win them, being clogged out of them would be uber lame. There are some that cause location issues that are disbanded. Magic, Quake, and Storm are all out. You do have other location changers, but those three, Magic's turn 7 is just to get rid of a location's text, so they don't want that. Quake lets you steal stuff, and Storm lets you lock a location, so none of those are allowed. The end of game is when someone hits 16 points, so there is no end of game ability. So everything that would have an end of game ability is gone. That's Captain Marvel, Dracula, Invisible Woman, M'Baku, Malekith, Martyr, Mysterio, and Supergiant. Guardians of the Galaxy, or at least some of them, are finally banned. The two best, at least, are banned. Gamora and Rocket Raccoon are banned. You can still use Star Lord, so you should probably use Star Lord. Juggernaut, Negasonic, and Rocket and Groot are also just like if you play here, thing happens. If you play here, thing happen cards are often banned here. So they're not here. Juggernaut and Negasonic were like the two best cards the last time, if not for the too big, too easy card of Werewolf by Night, which was just like, oh, I have 17 power in every lane because I have Werewolf. Werewolf was way too good for this mode and is now gone. Cull Obsidian as an easy to play. Orten is gone. Makari as free 3 power is gone. Scream, which was the best in the very first Sanctum, got banned after like 2 or 3 days, is gone. And of course, Surtur. So you can't just play Surtur Scar Idiots without thinking about it. Finally, big bads are banned. Kang and Galactus. I don't think Kang needs to be banned. I think they kind of forgot to unban Kang after they reworked him. But Kang and Galactus are banned too. All right, so this is what it looks like. There is a free reward track. Halfway through the free reward track, you get the new card, which is the Hunger. That is 2,400. You can get up to 4,000. You can get basically a bunch of variants, a bunch of credits, some a little collector's tokens, but largely like variants and credits and a couple and some borders through playing this mode and getting the records. There is a premium reward. What the premium reward really does is means you don't have to play as much if you want to unlock the new card. You don't have to try and grind. I like it because I don't like grinding right now. I like playing Snap a lot, but I don't really want to grind Snap. I don't want it to feel like I make 3 videos today, right? I don't want it to feel that much like work. So I'll probably use the money to alleviate the time pressure of it. But outside of that, we're good. At the very end of the premium reward track, there is a sick Nebula Peach Momoko variant. So if you want that, you're gonna have to spend the extra couple bucks for it. It's not a big deal. Um, it's up to you, right? green fire card. I don't know. I'm down for the cool extra borders and cool silliness of the premium reward track, but like they've made it so it's a thing you can do, not a thing you absolutely must do. Tip one: there is no retreating in Sanctum. All retreating does is cost the player who's winning extra Sanctum, whatchamacallit, extra what are they called? Help. Sanctum rewards, the whatever green crap you get for winning. Charms, extra charms. There we go. So it costs you extra charms in order to if you retreat, it costs your opponent charms, and you still might get a couple extra charms by competing along the way there. You do get your charms in your losses, you just lose your scrolls. So don't retreat, don't be a jerk. We all work together to make sure that this works as much as possible. If you've bought out the shop and you are a grinder, then feel free to just like go give that kind of stuff away to the community. We always have a lot of really great people in the community that help out in that way to help everyone who doesn't play as much get all the rewards. We work together. I mean, we play against each other, right? But like we're all if we play enough, we're all going to get these rewards anyway. Don't be a jerk and help it go more quickly for people. Do not retreat in Sanctum. This meme is awesome. I think Nick made it. I don't remember who exactly made it, but it is a phenomenal meme. Tip two: if you play a lot, you don't need the premium pass. I want that to be clear. If you play enough games, you are 100% not not going to need the premium pass. Don't feel pressured to buy it. Don't feel like this is pay to win. It's not. It is pay to spend less time. So if you want to spend less time and you think your money has more value, less value than your time, then buy it. But if not, then this is absolutely a very, very easy to skip premium pass. Next up, Prio is by whoever has more charms in that game at the time, which is reasonably important to keep track of because tech cards still exist, like your Shadow Kings and your Shang-Chi's and so on, are cards that are in Marvel Snap, and so Prio matters. The person who has more charms gets it, not the person who's won more locations or winning more locations like usual. You generally want priority, except for three key cards. Apparently, I don't know how to count. Stegron, Red Guardian, and Shadow King. I think Shang is still kind of bad. But Stegron, Red Guardian, and Shadow King are the cards that like you are going to want to throw Prio against. There's not much you can do about that. The mini move, that just one Golden Gauntlet seems like it's legit. It needs a couple changes because it runs Cannonball and Juggernaut. But like if you can change those two cards, and I think I can, I'm very excited to play that deck in particular. Getting self clogged is real. You are going to clog yourself sometimes. You're just going to need to win a location, and then like that location is going to be done. So cards that move or move others are great. Ghost Spider, Doctor Strange, Jeff, um, Jeff, and so on are going to be like really, really, really good. Like these cards are incredible in this mode. I urge you to play a lot of those cards. Move tends to be really strong a lot for that reason. This is just a nice, simple, powerful thing to do. Um, if you're close at a location, snap and end the game. Snap and everyone gets extra charms and just snap some more. Make sure that you're snapping plenty in order to like rush these games unless you're really, really, really struggling in the mode. Also, a lot of games and are going to be decided. This isn't written, but I meant to say this, so I'm going to add it now. A lot of games are going to be decided toward the end because a random sanctum switch. Like one location is going to be solved for one player, one location is going to be solved for another, and then there's going to be one you're fighting for. In regular Marvel Snap, the game is decided based on the one you're fighting for. But in Sanctum, very often, like the one you're fighting for will be the one that switches, and then like it's going to switch to either the one you're way ahead in or the one your opponent's way ahead in, and there's nothing you can do about that. It's just going to happen. Mentally prepare yourself for it. Try not to be frustrated by it. Don't take it out on your opponent. Don't go BMing everybody. Chill out. Act like you've been here. It's going to happen. It's pure luck, but it happens like a lot in different Sanctum games. I should be live tomorrow morning playing this mode if you're interested in watching some gameplay and seeing these tips in action. Twitch.tv/PulseGlazer. If you'd like to win a season pass, all you have to do is answer in the comments, "Are you happy Sanctum is back?" And that enters you in the contest. Next up, let's look at some decks. So the first deck, this is from Den on Marvel Snap Zone. Den is a card gaming legend. At this point, he is the head writer of Snap Zone, and for like 4 other card games, he's absolutely brilliant at cards. This is the move list that he would like to play in Sanctum. I think I'm probably one card different than this, but this is very, very close to what I would play. I think this list is going to be utterly, utterly disgusting in this mode. It's going to be very strong. You can find the article where Den explains all this on marvelsnapzone.com. For this list to be played, you need Sparky Man and Web. I think Fanfei is totally reasonable as Hellion. Hellion is very, very strong in this mode. If you don't have it on you, you can run Zorn or like Mercury and be probably fine. I think that like the real power here is like you're not going to win a lot early, but once you start being able to just move a Human Torch to different lanes is a huge card. I'm not sure what your opponent does about it, right? Like if you've got a Human Torch that's in that 12 power in one lane on turn 4, and then you bring it, you toss it back with Sparky, and it's like a 25 power card in another lane on turn 5 because of Sparky. I feel like you've probably won that game. Apparently Kang is not banned according to my chat. I'm recording this live on Twitch. Kang was listed as banned earlier in an earlier draft of things, but apparently they caught it and have released Kang. That is pretty great news. All right, next up, we have priority rocks. Making your opponent draw rocks is ridiculously disruptive here. Opponents do not obviously want to draw rocks, and thus this is very, very strong. So if you would like to absolutely ruin your opponent's day when they draw rocks and you are playing a lot of powerful cards, this is a great place to go. In addition, you have ways to put extra rocks in the deck thanks to Grandmaster. You have decent power thanks to Hydra Bob, Black Cat, Star-Lord, and such shenanigans. Your Cassandra Nova and Darkhawk scale bigger than their cost. You have just enough move to be able to run Miles Morales, and then Galactus for steps because you have so much big prio and power stuff is going to be a ton of points. I love this idea. So, Darkhawk, Cassandra, and Terex are your needed cards, basically the rock package. Grandmaster can be Ghost Spider. Grandmaster is largely used as an extra move card. Feel free to run something else. And Bob can be your otherwise biggest one. This one is not in Den's recent article. This is actually a slightly older deck. You can see it's from the end of June, but it is still a viable and workable deck in this mode. What you're doing with this deck is you're sort of giving up the early plays in order to absolutely dominate the late game. This deck should absolutely freaking crush late game. If you can get this going, this is one I think is going to be one of the very best cards. A lot of the power here is how much more points than their cost cards play for. US Agent in a lane with 2/4 drops is going to play as a 2/9, right? US Agent's an easy 2/9. Um, Luke Cage turns Diamondback into a like um 3/12, 3/13. Same thing. Hazmat plays for like a 3/15. These cards are incredibly strong. Lofty and Man-Thing flip lanes that look like they're untouchable. Ajax is the biggest thing. Abomination's basically a free 9 or a 1 or 2/9. This deck is utterly disgusting. This is what I played last Sanctum. Because it had a decent matchup with the Guardians, which were everywhere. Because like Man-Thing is really good there. I think that this is going to be absolutely sick, and I cannot wait. This is almost certainly the deck I'm going to start with. I haven't played this in a long time, and I'm excited to get back to it. Again, this is an earlier version from Marvel Snap Zone. If you're wondering about this archetype, the Ajax, Abomination, High Evolutionary versions of decks are Cougar. That's Cougarr. That is the creator of the winner of the most recent Golden Gauntlet tournament. Next up, Diamondback, Evo, Ajax, Man-Thing, Laufey. Diamondback twice, because Diamondback's important. Silver Sable can be Surge, US Agent can be Star-Lord, US Agent could obviously also be Surge. Mix and match your early stuff, it's not that important. You are trying to win in the late game, you just want cards like Sable because they can occasionally make the opponent card useless. Zoo is probably the best deck, without being hyperbolic. Zoo is just easy to play, it puts up a ton of points, and like it competes in every lane. Zoo is extraordinarily boring to me. Maybe we start to see Killmonger because Zoo's going to be so good. But with Guardians largely removed, i.e., the two best Guardians removed, I expect Zoo to be extremely prominent and really, really good. This is also a deck that you can easily play on the budget. Hydra Bob can just be like an Ant-Man, right? Whatever good one drop you want. Kate Bishop can be an extra good one drop, can be an extra even good two drop, and then Gilgamesh can be like an Iron Man, and you end up not losing too much with any of these changes, and you'll be totally fine. I think the Miles Morales here is kind of adorable. You're really just running Hydra Bob, but you're snapping every turn, and Kate's arrow for Miles, but enough opponent stuff is moving that you should be good. I don't know. I think it's a really cool shout for this deck. I think this deck is really kind of boring as crap outside of the Miles, so I'm just trying to find something positive to say. This is another Snap Zone one. You need Bob can be Ant-Man, Kate can be any extra ones or any extra twos, pick your poison, and Gilgamesh can be Iron Man. Next up, this is the deck that won the Golden Gauntlet. I decided to go a different way. We could just say Cannonball is Arrow and Juggernaut is Stegron, as my chat requested. I think I wanted to add Luna Snow instead and Hellion instead. I think Hellion is kind of insane in this mode because I mean, look, it just gives me a lane, right? I just say all my big stuff is over here now, deal with it. That seems like one of the ways to win one of those like 50-50s that I'm not sure I can win at the end of the game, and I'm excited for it. Batrock is, without Werewolf, fairly likely to be the best card of the game mode because it is movable big power, and it's Batrock so great. I also expect a lot of it, and thus a lot of Electra. I don't want to lose to that type of card or the move decks, so Mercury is here. Mercury obviously also has synergy with Graven. Sam Wilson and Craven are just a decent power package, whether in the same lane or different. Silk has the potential to clog you and can be a problem, but outside of that is incredibly useful and making yourself a big Craven or making yourself a big Hydra Stomper. 3/10s are good in this mode. I'm inclined to run a little bit of Cosmo. That card was Mobius in the original. I think Cosmo's better here, and we are largely not running important on reveals here outside of Cosmo Ghost Rider and Hellion, but I can control where I play Cosmo, and being able to move Cosmo with Hellion seems like an incredibly powerful play. Luna gives me the turn 4 Cosmic Ghost Rider. That's why it's here. There's like no clog in this mode, but Luna Snow into Cosmic Ghost Rider is clog. It basically says I've got 13 power in lane and you've got a dead spot. Good luck. I love that kind of thing. Miles is a 1/6. We're happy to have a 1/6. Cosmic Ghost Rider is shuts off opponent's BS, which I think is likely to be great. It's possible Cosmic Ghost Rider ends up not great in this mode, but I'm going to start by assuming he is, that people are going to try ongoing and so on and can get free wins. Then Hellion says, my power lane is whichever lane I wanted it to be, especially if I have Craven out. That's it. That's this list. I think it's gross. So you can find Cougar at twitch.tv/Cougar. He is the original creator of this one. Double the O, triple the R, friends. Cosmic Ghost Rider, Sam, Stomper, and Batrock are needed cards here. Again, we can see if Cosmic Ghost Rider actually is. If you don't have Mercury, I just run Star-Lord. Luna can be any good 3, or just run Stegron. Cosmo may be better as Mobius. I don't expect there to be a lot of discounts here, so I'm going to try Cosmo to start. That's it. That was 5 decks. I hope you found something that you like and can play. If you can't play any of these, and like you should be able to, because that Zoo deck is almost certainly playable for any collection level, do let me know. Oh, the Zoo deck might also want Mockingbird. Fair warning. All right, new card, the Hunger. This is a 1-cost skill that gives you an on reveal horde 3, so it gives you an O3 or grows your horde by 3 when you play it. I think this card is great. I think on reveal 3 that doesn't necessarily take up a board spot in that lane is going to be amazing. This card seems amazing in particular with 2 cards that are not horde. It's going to be fine for obviously for Zombie Scarlet Witch, right? That's what it's made for. It's made for Zombie Scarlet Witch. But what I want to use this with is Werewolf by Night, because now I'm not moving a card into that werewolf lane and I'm getting 3 power, and Joaquin Torres Falcon. If I'm using Joaquin Torres Falcon, I've now got a 0/6 in another spot, which seems pretty good because if I bounce that 6-cost card, even if it's with Toxin, guess what? I now have a 0/6 that I can play late in the game for my Hit Monkey, which is the deck I put together for the card. This is a take on an old Doc Guapo bounce deck. He had Sasquatch in it and Electra. I'm gonna try it with the Hunger and I changed Grandmaster. No, I changed something for Joaquin Torres. I don't know what. Maybe this deck wants Sable still. I don't know. But either way, like this seems utterly gross. The ability to Merlin off my hood, the ability to Grandmaster my Beast or Toxin, all of these seem like absolutely stupidly incredible plays to me. All these things are going to move around the werewolf, which is going to be huge. Hit Monkey is should just be so easy to play at the end of the game. Even if I'm playing Hit Monkey with like 3 or 4 ones, I can play Hit Monkey early and still Grandmaster it. I can do the same thing with Sage, play it early and Grandmaster or bounce it. 1,000 different plays from this list. Bounce is one of my favorite archetypes, and I feel like the Hunger might give it enough power to finally actually come back to the top of the meta. I'm excited for the Horde. I think the Horde is reasonably likely to be one of the strongest cards around. It's a one drop. It plays for 1, right? That is Shang proof, not Shang proof, excuse me, Killmonger proof. It is of course Shadow Kingable, but if they're Shadow Kinging your O3 or even your O6 Hunger, you're not that sad. I'm excited for this card. I'm excited for this deck. This is where I want to be. Obviously, I will be playing this deck on stream. It's Bounce, and Bounce is my favorite. That's it. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you're ready for the new mode. Check out patreon.com/snapjudgments, pretty please, and I hope to see you there. if you're interested and have about $2 to support the channel. I'm getting real sleepy all of a sudden, so let's do this super fast. Thank you to Jonesy Snap 22, Abigail Gisa, Mentor, LAB Inc., I'm Frozen, Hotan, Arte, Prime, Brian, Reinberg, Ryan Wood, Snap, Run, Wrench, Go for Kev. Nope. Regular Caps Vera, welcome Caps Vera, Go for Kev, Caretix Lee, Query, Kazusa, Angel 3K, Black Type, Purpose, The Goat Seeker, Code, Hollowed, Synth, Fat Nick, Absolute Shadow, Dirty Casual, Dark Moogle, Mr. Frovel, Cable, Cinder Prime, Philly, Haplo, Kenny Stage of the Business, Black Sheep 20, The Exorcist, Skippy G, Jessica Campbell, Slush, The King of Bros, The Great Kazoo, Werewolf, Kev Soda, Clam, Colonel Foreman, Rob Sullivan, David T. Wingfield, Stephen Mark, Just Taste Martin, Jason B, Matt B, William Nichols, Ray Sean Smith, Chucky, Charles Washington, Corbin, John Q, Jimmy Q, Yestat, One Big Man, Cactus Stack, Steve O, Yo Marco, Ted Pro, Good Pro, Joe. Excuse me. Snap Decision Joe, Bickety Boom Ba, Bricks 2 Click, Ocularis, Green Goblin, Flan 56, Spectrum X, Only Fox, Matt H, DJ Mac No Freaking Flex, Nick, The Greek Geek, Toxic Soul King, Sadrickson for the King of Canada, JJ, 10 Man Falcon, Father Newman, Two Tides, Great Letters, The Packing Tucker, and of course, Gunny T, where the T stands for I'm tired, babies. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you for an OTA video when that is ready. I'll tell you this, it's a little unexpected. There's definitely some surprises. Peace.